with everyone, this is Mr. Brass, and today I'm going to be going over a video made by Pop and Blake from Grunts. And, you know, I feel like this is customary, but I have nothing against these guys, yada yada yada, and they're always welcome to come on my show. We can hash out stuff about men and women and the relationship dynamics. But anyway, enough of that. As a person in the men's rights movement, I feel like I am a person that is committed to truth. I feel that it is my job to point out errors, even in people that I respect. Alright, well anyway, enough foreplay, let's get into this.
These are the same people who will insist on a stack of Bibles that you and I, despite not being born at the time, are responsible for slaveholders.
Yeah.
In this country, who were a minuscule portion of the population. By the way, the
6%.
It's lower than that. The first ever American slave owner was a black dude named Anthony Johnson.
Mm-hmm. And it was in on one of the New York islands.
No, he was in the South, like anybody else. Most of them were down south.
No, he was up north.
This is untrue. It has been said that John Punch was the first man known to be perpetually enslaved in 1640 by white Virginian planter Hugh Gwynn, whereas the Anthony Johnson incident didn't happen until 1655. But, however, it should be noted that in the context of the first American to do it, that both are wrong in this context, as America wasn't founded until 1776. So, at the time this was happening, this was under British rule in the colonies. The 6%, which is often renamed like the 1% number, is misleading, as it is basically assuming only individuals made use of slaves, not families. Along with it forgets that the entire U.S. population wasn't slave states, and all free people, i.e. free families, could own slaves. It was also worse in other states than others. Almost 31% of Confederates in their states owned slaves, with 20 to 50% being the range in the states individually.
These are the same people who will say that we have to apologize for that. And yet, they have wholeheartedly embraced a gender theory perpetuated by a pedophile and child experimenter.
Mm-hmm.
But it's stunning and brave when they do it, and you're still a bigot if you don't agree.
This commits the genetic fallacy. Just because John Money was unethical doesn't necessarily mean his ideas were bad. 2 plus 2 equals 4, even if an immoral person says so. David Allsopp goes over this more in an article, which I will link along with everything else. Simone de Beauvoir brought up the claim that one is not born a woman but rather becomes it in 1949. That's when she first said it. And so this shows that the concept has been around a lot longer than John Money. And I think it does help to actually be able to frame out the opposition's arguments better. Well, that is all that I want to say. This is Mr. Brass saying goodbye and get wise.